Okay, guys, I'm going to do a quick tutorial showing you a couple of things. I want to show you how to print, and I also want to show you how to do a sheet in Revit. So the first thing we have to do is the sheet. So I'm going to show you that. So you'll open up your Revit file. This is for 263. This file is, but you can open up, your Studio Revit file. It'll be the same thing. So when you open it up, you right click and you click new sheet, and it's going to bring up the option to open title blocks. You probably only have this one, E1 30 by 42 horizontal. So you can just click OK. If you've never developed your own title block before, then you will have that as the only option. So what we need to do is once we have that open, we need to edit this title block. So you are going to double click on it to open it up in a family file. And we're just going to change the things in this title block. So, because I want it to kind of maintain its, I want it to be centered on the page. So I'm going to just change where some of these lines are, and I'm going to make it 11 by 17. So we want it to be 17 inches wide and 11 inches tall. So that's how big it is. It's much smaller than what the original one was. And I'm just going to delete these extra lines here. You can kind of play with it to get lines where you want them to be. So now you have to kind of adjust some of this information so it fits within our new sheet size. So the thing is with these are kind of they're created so that they auto adjust with your sheet. So you want to maintain that, you want to keep these same fields. So I'm just going to move them down to where I want them to be. And actually, I think I want this one to be rotated. Your specific studio professor may have a layout that they want you to do, but you can sort of just use what they want you to do if they have an example for you. I will show you mine, what I like to have mine look like here quickly. I have a lot of 11 by 17s. I'll open this one. This is what mine looks like for 263. I haven't updated. Oh, whoops, that's the rotated one. This one. So you can see, it's to the side. I have everything to the side, but these are the same fields that were there before. So some of them are fillable and some of them will auto update. Like this sheet, the tag label will update. So you want to maintain that like this. I want to save that and I want that to be the sheet name on my new title block. Now you can go in here and you can change the size. So if that's too big for the 11 by 17, we can change the size of it and it'll be fine. The date, the project name, again, that's all. Some of them are fillable, some of them auto-populate. You don't really need that. All of this, you don't really need any of these. It is nice to include your own little like logo. You can do that on the top. You could very easily make a space for that. We have, we may want to call this whatever your project is. Maybe, you're designing for Jason Bateman. Maybe that's who I'm designing for. So I would call that, whatever the location. I have the class, your name, the sheet name, which will auto-populate. The date should auto-populate, and then drawn by. So you can see now I have my my sheet, and then I can load that into my project up here. Load into project. I'm going to open it or put it into Revit in class. Here, so it's going to ask me to overwrite it. And then when I am on my sheets that I've created, I could just click on the layout and I can change it to that, my studio one that I've created. So once you have made all of the necessary adjustments to this one and you have it laid out how you like, you're going to use lines. Don't use a reference line. Reference lines won't maintain. So let's say you want it to offset 1/4 of an inch. Now you can just select this line and it will create an offset line there, 1/4 of an inch. You can use the join tool to join the corners. And then you can just move these fields wherever you want them to be. If you hold the shift key down when you're rotating, it will rotate them. Again, you want to maintain some of these fields. You don't really need project number. Drawn by, you can leave in if you want to. Again, it really just needs to have your name on it. And just put those so they kind of look similar to this one or whatever, just so they look nice. And then you want to save this. When you're done editing it, you want to save it as a family and you want to name it like 267 S23 sheet layout. And then I have all of my Revit files in a box folder, accessible, saved inside box, accessible in anywhere in the world, basically. So I have all my Revit family files there that I've ever created. I'm going to put it in my sheet layout folder. I would save it. I'm not going to save this one because obviously it's not completed, but that's the gist of that. So then once you have it loaded into your project and you have updated your sheet, then you can drag your floor plans onto the sheet. So let's say we want to do level 5 with the room tags. I can drag that on. I can center it. I want to move this label, tuck it nice and close in there. In order to move it, you can't have the viewport selected. Like these little blue dots can't be on there because if you try to move it now, it's going to just move with the floor plan. So in order to do that, you want to click outside anywhere and then just click on the label and then you can move that independently of the viewport. And then I also like to bring these little blue dots in so it kind of creates a nice little look there. But you can see this is going to always be the same as this. So I might, you can rename it to whatever you want. It has the scale that it is in, and then also the scale is on the sheet here. It's got the sheet number. I can change the name here. I can call this room tags. We'll update there. Drawn by, I'm going to change my name. You do have to change some of these. My name in there. Issue date would be today, whatever that is. And that's updated. So now you have your sheet done. You probably wanted to get rid of these section indicators on your floor plans, unless it's like a general floor plan. So I'm going to double click it. I'm going to go hide and view category, and it'll hide all my sections. Okay, so now in order to print from here, we're going to go file, and in order to save it as a PDF, you have to print it. You can't export it. It doesn't work very well. The best way to do it is to print to a PDF. You can use Bluebeam, you can use Adobe, whatever you want. Your print range, you can go in here and you can select, let's say you have 5 sheets that you want to print at the same time. You can select all of those. You can say select, and then you're going to go into the settings, and this is where you need to pay attention. So in here, we can save that. You're going to change this size to tabloid because that is our paper size. You're going to center this. You're going to zoom to 100%. Do not use fit to page. That's going to be incorrect scale. It needs to be zoom 100%. The rest of this stuff usually is pretty standard, landscape. Now you can save these settings. I've always just redone them every time, and then here it's going to either combine all of them into a single file or create separate files. I'm just going to say combine them into a single file. And where do I want them to go? I'm going to have them go to my 267 folder. Okay. And then I'm going to hit OK. And there's my file. We'll hit save, and then I'll show you once that's done what that looks like. It's taken a while. Should create a single PDF. It's not showing up. It's taking a little bit. Let me try to just do one sheet and see if that goes faster. Oh, if for some reason you can't see all of the sheets, there's a little box here that you can click, and it will show the sheets. You can also do a preview if you want to see what it'll look like. That should work. Okay. I think just the multiple sheets is bogging my computer down. So let's maybe let it finish here. But I just wanted you to have that information so that when you go to print out files for future reference, or even when you're putting your floor plans onto, onto a big poster or whatever, you're gonna want to print them to a PDF. So there it is, Revit in class. This is a nice 11 by 17 PDF. Everything is to scale. This says it's 1/8 inch. It is actually 1/8 inch. So that's all for today. Hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.